In this video, you will learn on how to perform definite integrals. So basically, the differences between definite integrals and indefinite integral is for definite integral, you're gonna have upper limit and lower limit. So after you finish the process of integration, you will not have plus c or plus constant at the end of our answer, but we have to substitute upper limit minus with lower limits. Okay, so for definite integrals, it will follow all the properties of basic integration. But as before, we have to substitute upper limit and lower limit after we obtain the final answer of integration of the function. And we won't have plus c at the end of our answer. Itu je beza dia. So kalau indefinite integral, we will have plus c at the back. For definite integral, kita dah tak ada lagi plus c. Kita kena substitute upper limit minus with lower limit. And then all the basic rules akan follow je. Dia tak ada ubah apa-apa. Okay, so straight away kita terus pergi the first example for definite integral. So if we have integration of 3 up to 4 fx minus 1 over x plus 1 dx equal to ln x. Find the integration from 3 up to 4 of fx dx. Okay, so following the basic rule, if we have subtraction of two different functions, we can separate this function up. Means that now we can rewrite this as integral from 3 up to 4 fx dx minus with integration of from 3 up to 4 1 over x plus 1 dx equal to ln 4. Next, the question asks for integration of fx. Means we can rewrite or simplify our equation to be what the question asks for as the main subject. So kalau saya pindahkan dia, we would have integration from 3 up to 4 1 over x plus 1 dx plus ln 4. Means that now we only have to settle our right hand side punya solution tu. Kita tak settle lagi. So integration of 1 over x plus 1, you already know this is special case. So we gonna get ln of x plus 1. And then kita takkan ada plus c kat sini. Kita akan tukar dia kepada square bracket tu nak tunjukkan kita belum substitute limit from 3 up to 4. Okay. Next, kita tinggal simplify lah. So, remember, jangan terbalik substitute. Mesti upper limit. So, our upper limit here is 4 minus with lower limit. So, our lower limit here is 3. Jangan terbalik substitute, okay? So, we would have ln of 5 minus ln of 4 plus with ln of 4. Okay, so this can be simplified. Finally, we would have ln 5 as our final answer. So, itulah jawapan for integral of 3 up to 4 fx dx. So, itu je lah hint dia. Kita nak tunjuk beza. Okay, it's follow the basic rules. So, bila kita ada subtraction of two different function, we can split it up. And now tinggal pindahkan je, rearrange until you get what the question asks for. After you finish the integration process, make sure you substitute upper limit minus lower limit. Jangan tersalah substitute lah kat situ. Okay, so settle with the first question. Moving on, next one, B. So we have to evaluate the integration from 0 up to cert 3 of x over cert x squared plus 1. Okay, so if we analyze this function, this is basically division of two different function. Bahagi dua function yang berbeza. So we cannot apply basic rule. Kita tak boleh straight away terus integrate. We have to use technique of substitution. Okay, so remember our step. We have C, D, S, I, R. That's the basic step for substitution. So we have to choose the correct U. Remember, choose the most complicated function. In this case, denominator part will be more complicated lah. We have quadratic there. So x squared plus 1. Remember, you don't have to take the cert. Tak payah ambil cert tu, nanti awak yang tak reti nak differentiate. Okay. D means we have to differentiate this up. So we get 2x dx. Okay. Now, we have a problem. In order to change everything in term of u, ingat, function kita baru x dx. Okay. But then we have extra 2. We can rewrite this as half du equal to x dx. Saya rearrange siap-siap so that awak nampak siapa yang akan tukar jadi du. Alright. So, if we substitute all this up, this would be integral of denominator part, we have sed u. And then for x dx, kita dah tukar jadi 1 over 2 du. Hati-hatilah yang kat situ. Cantik Benda tu kena susun betul-betul. Jangan buat careless kat situ. Next one. We have a problem about the limit. Because originally, this limit from 0 up to sed 3 is valid for x. But now, we already change our function in the term of u. So, kalau nak senang, kita terus tukar our limit also in the term of u. So, macam mana nak tukar? Kita pakailah apa yang kita dah let. So, u is basically x squared plus 1. I rewrite this back. X squared plus 1. Okay. So, first case, when our x is 0, means that u would be 0 squared plus 1. Kita dapat 1 lah. Okay. That's going to be our lower limit. So, saya tukar kat situ. Lower limit dah jadi 1. Okay. Next one. When our x is equal to sed 3, means that u would be sed 3 squared plus 1. So, we get 4 there. Means our new upper limit would be 4. Saya adjust sikit lah integrate dengan replace ni. Okay. Dah settle tu, kita boleh terus start dengan proses integration. So, half you can bring it outside of the integral. Same as before. Now, our limit will be from 1 up to 4. For sed u, in order to avoid confusion, in order to avoid any careless mistake, I munculkan dia punya power. So, it's basically to the power of negative half. And then straight away, you may start your integration. So, we would have half. Remember, ikut basic rule, power plus 1. And then divided by the new power. Kita tak tulis plus C, kita kena tulis limit kita. So, from 1 up to 4. Okay. So, next part. Simplify your function. Means now we only have sed u. Kita substitutekan limit terus. Dia akan jadi sed 4 minus sed 1. So, our final answer here would be 2 minus 1. We get 1. Dia simple je lah. Even though we use the technique of substitution, dia follow step yang sama. What you have learned before, extra step kita, we have to change the limit in term of u. Itu first step kita yang extra. And then, after you settle your integration process, kita substitute limit into the function. Kita tak ada letak plus c. So, for this question, by substitution, tak perlulah awak nak replace back your final answer in term of x because kita dah tukar limit. But, possible kalau awak tak nak tukar limit macam saya buat tu, kita tak tukar limit kepada u, awak nak maintain je x, boleh juga. So after you already obtain your final answer, saya buat optional method kat sini Okay, optional if you don't want to change your limit. Okay, so after we already obtain our answer just now, kita akan dapat jawapan from here sed u kan. So our answer would be sed u plus c. So, we change back our answer in the term of x. Means that we would have now sed of x squared plus 1. And our limit, we follow the original limit from original question is from 0 up to sed 3. Oh. Gerak pula. So, up to sed 3. And then same as before, you have to substitute your limit. So here we will get sed of 3 plus 1 minus sed of 0 plus 1. So finally we will get the same answer, 1. Dua-dua jalan kerja boleh, dua-dua jalan kerja valid. So up to you mana satu awak nak buat. Awak nak tukar limit in term of u. So after integration terus substitute limit baru. Or kalau tak nak tukar limit, you have to replace back your function in term of x, baru substitute limit x. Okay. Kita proceed next question. So, use substitution method. Okay, ini soalan clearly stated we have to use integration by substitution to evaluate from 1 up to cert 2 integral of t cube times with cert of t squared minus 1 dt. Okay, remember step kita first we have to choose the correct u. So, here u, walaupun kuasa tu lebih complicated, bukan lebih complicated. T cube tu kuasa dia lagi tinggi. Tapi yang lebih complicated because we have a cert kat situ kan. So what's inside the cert, we would choose as our u. So here u will be t squared minus 1. Okay. Settle with that. Now we would have to differentiate this one. So du will be 2t dt. Okay. Now, we will have a problem. We cannot straight away find the function everything in term of u. You have to rearrange a bit lah. Kita kena rearrange sikit function kita jadikan cantik. Okay. So, here if I rearrange nak cantik dapat t dt je, we would have half du equal to t dt. Okay. So, apa yang berlaku sekarang in our question, saya akan rewrite this back as integral of, okay, t cube. Kita punya soalan. But we have t dt. So, we have to split it up. Jadikan dia hasil darab dulu. Saya tukar satu-satu So, saya jadikan dia t times t squared. Saya tukar terbaliklah kedudukan tu nanti nampak pening pula. T squared times t. And then we have cert u. Okay. After that, dt tadi kita dah tukar jadi, dt saya maintain dulu. Okay, dt. Okay. Now, apa yang kita boleh tukar kat sini dah nampak obvious. So, t dt. Kita pun ada t dt. So, that one would be half du lah dalam soalan. So, we can rewrite this back as, okay, t squared stay as it is. Tak berubah lagi. And then kita dah dapat cert u. Okay, t dt kita dah jadi half du. Alright. Tak settle lagi. Why? Because we still have the t terms kan. Kita ada t squared. So, kita tak successfully change everything in term of u. Okay, macam mana nak tukar t squared? Tengok apa yang awal adalah yang kalau kita highlight tu tulisan saya yang colour merah tu. Yang colour purple ke merah ke tu. Okay. So, kita ada exactly t squared daripada atas tu. So, kalau saya rearrange back, t squared is basically u plus 1. So, I can write this as t squared tu saya dah tukar. Half saya bawa keluar terus So, we have half integral of t squared. So, t squared we can rewrite as u plus 1. And then, cert u du. Barulah cantik. Barulah kita tahu, okay, success now. We already finally can change everything in term of u. And then next part, we have to find limit in term of u. Dia panjang sikit lah kan benda ni. Okay. In order to find limit in term of u, remember our target, u is basically t squared minus 1. So, start with the first lower limit. When t is 1, our u would be 1 squared minus 1. So, we get 0 there. Okay. Next one, our upper limit is cert 2. So, when t is cert 2, u will be cert 2 squared minus 1. So, we get 1. Okay. So, our lower limit would be 0. Upper limit would be 1. Saya dah terus tulis siap-siap. Okay. Now, can we directly integrate this? Not yet because that's still multiplication. Tapi for this multiplication, we can expand up our bracket. Kita boleh kembangkan je function tu sebab tak ada masalah kan. Boleh darab biasa. Nak jadikan dia term by term. Okay, so if I multiply this up, u times cert u. Remember, cert u tu u to the power of half. Bila kita darab, dia akan jadi hasil tambah. So 1 plus 1 over 2, we get 3 over 2. So it's basically u to the power of 3 over 2. Okay. 1 times set u lah. So u to the power of half du. Means now kita dah boleh start integrate. Tak ada masalah dah. Okay. So half stay as it is. U to the power of 3 over 2. We can integrate this. Remember, power plus 1 divided by the new power. So we would have U to the power of 5 over 2. Over 5 over 2 kan? Juga sebab denominator kita tu fraction. Saya terus siap-siap flip it over. So we get 2 over 5 at the front. Okay. Same case for the second function. U to the power of half, if we integrate, we gonna get U to the power of 3 over 2. Divide by 3 over 2. So I flip it over our denominator part. So we get 2 over 3. To top, don't forget to write our limit. So from 0 up to 1. Okay. And then last part, we can substitute our limit into the function. So start with the first limit, substitute 1. So we will get 2 over 5 plus 2 over 3. Minus with substitute lower limit, we would get 0 there. Sebab substitute 0, apa-apa darab kosong, dapat kosong lah kan. Habis cerita. And then simplify this up. Finally, our answer would be 8 over 15. Bila jumpa substitution macam ni, hati-hati dengan limit. Hati-hati substitute limit lah benda tu. Jangan buat careless. Jangan terlupa tukar limit. Okay. Settle for question C. Next one. Next one, question D. We have to find the integral from 0 up to 1, 3x times exponent to the power of 3x dx. Okay, so for this question, if you try to use substitution, you cannot change everything in term of u. Awak takkan berjaya tukar semua dalam sebutan u. Dia ada masalah kat situ. Saya tak tunjuk lah, but then you can try. So, if we fail with substitution method, then we opt for second technique, which is integration by part. Kita kena guna lopat kat sini. Okay. So, for lopat, what is the first step? Saya tulis dulu lopat. We have to determine u. So, u will be polynomial lah. Sebab dalam soalan kita, we have polynomial and exponential. So, u should be polynomial. So, we would have 3x as our u. Differentiate this up. So, we get du is 3 dx. Settle with the first part. Moving on, next one, we have to determine our dv. So, what's left in our question is basically integral of e to the power of 3x dx. Integrate this up, we will get exponential to the power of 3x over 3. So, settle this up, you may substitute one by one into the formula. Remember, our formula is uv minus integral of v du. So, substitute one by one, we will get now 3x times with e to the power of 3x over 3 minus integral v du. So, we have e to the power of 3x over 3 times with 3 dx. Next part, simplify apa yang boleh. Okay, so kat sini kita tak perlu tukar limit because everything still in term of x. So for the first function, we already settle with that part. So you can straight away substitute our limit there. And then for the second part, we still have to integrate this. So don't forget to write your limit from 0 up to 1. Okay, next, simplify apa yang boleh. We can cancel out 3 there. Okay. So what's left for the first part would be x e to the power of 3x from 0 up to 1. And then for the second function, we have to integrate this up. Exponential to the power of 3x. If we integrate, we're going to get e to the power of 3x over 3. And then our limit is the same from 0 up to 1. Last part, we have to substitute our limit. Don't forget our order, upper limit minus lower limit. Jangan terbalik masuk Okay, so start with upper limit. For the first function, we gonna have e to the power of 3. Minus with substitute lower limit 0. Everything times 0 would be 0. Okay, and then same thing for the second function. So substitute upper limit. So we have e to the power of 3 over 3. Minus substitute 0. Careful here. Exponent to the power of 0 is not 0. It's 1. So hati-hati. Jangan terbuat salah lah kat situ. Alright, so finally simplify this up. We will get 2 over 3 e cubed plus with 1 over 3. Or you can factorize out 1 over 3. So we would have 1 over 3 times with 2e cubed plus 1. Okay. Sebaiknya, secantiknya, if possible, leave your final answer as exact value lah dalam sebutan eksponen tu. Biarlah cantik-cantik macam tu. Tak perlu tekan kalkulator nak jadikan dia perpuluhan. Okay. Settle with integration by part involving limit. It's definite integral. For integration by part, dia punya step tak ada sesusah substitution lah. If substitution, we have to find the new limit. Untuk by part, tak perlu pun cari new limit tu. Okay. And then we proceed with the last question. So we have to find integral from 0 up to 3 of fx. But for fx itself, it is piecewise function. So we have to adjust the limit based on our function. So kalau tak nak confuse, kita lukis number line. Itu paling senang. So for our number line, our function change at 1. So if it's less than 1, function dia akan jadi e to the power of x. And then if it's at least 1, our function is x plus 1. Okay. Now, our question asks for integral of fx from 0 up to 3. So, kat sini kita nampak our limit would change the function at 1. So, we have to split up. Okay. For the first part, saya cuba highlight kawasan yang belakang ni. From 0 up to 1, function would be exponential to the power of x. That's going to be the first part of our integration. From 0 up to 1, e to the power of x dx. Plus with, kita kena pergi kepada second function pula. So for the second part, from 1 up to 3, we would have linear function. So integral between 1 up to 3 of x plus 1 dx. That's how you split up the function based on the limit. Next, you straight away integrate each function separately. So we have the first function would be exponential to the power of x itself. Limit from 0 up to 1. And then for the second function, integrate that part. We have x squared over 2 plus x. And then our limit will be from 1 up to 3. Hati-hati, next part, we have to substitute the limit. So, for the first function, e1 minus e0. Plus with, for the second function, first we have to substitute the upper limit. So, we would get 9 over 2 plus 3. Minus with, next part, substitute lower limit. So, half plus 1. And then last step, simplify everything up. If we have exponent, leave it as it is. So finally, our answer would be e plus 5. Okay, so that's all for definite integral.